Star Trek Day was, suffice it to say, not the media event that producer Alex Kurtzman and company had hoped for, as the event was openly mocked by Star Trek elder statesman William Shatner himself. Shatner's patience with Star Trek may be nearing an end. In this video, we'll cover the fallout from Shatner's tweets from Star Trek Day, the demise of CBS All Access, and the status of Noah Hawley's Star Trek 4 at Paramount. Captain James T. Kirk himself, William Shatner, was snubbed from the Star Trek Day festivities. His stature on the promotional posters was also significantly reduced. Shatner, not being one to take this sort of thing lying down, responded in kind on Twitter, painting himself out of the poster completely and drawing on rather sarcastically the nature of his reduced status in the Kurtzman era of Star Trek with a rather small birthday cake. It should also be mentioned that no new information of any note was made public at Star Trek Day, so the event went out with more of a whimper than a bang. Perhaps the most interesting thing there was the apparent confirmation that Netflix would indeed be releasing Season 3 of Discovery internationally the day after being published on CBS All Access in the United States, which we all just kind of assumed it was going to be anyway. The situation with Netflix doesn't get interesting until after Season 3. And with that, Shatner isn't the only one losing patience with Kurtzman. His vision for Star Trek was the flagship of CBS All Access and intended to take it to new heights. Kurtzman Trek failed miserably at doing so, which is part of the reason why CBS All Access in its current form will be shut down. The brainchild of former CEO Les Moonves, CBS All Access was born on October 28, 2014. Among its first original series was the Good Wife spin-off The Good Fight with Christine Baranski. While Variety touts that CBS All Access has a subscriber base of approximately 8 million, those numbers are actually combined with SHOWTIME. As of this recording, there are no confirmed numbers for subscribers who are only subscribed to CBS All Access, which some speculate could be as low as 4 million, which is right around where they were thought to have been last year. While Netflix and Disney Plus continue to grow their base, All Access, by all outwardly measures, stagnated, never really reaching the market penetration it had hoped to achieve. For that, Alex Kurtzman must share in his part of the blame, as his Star Trek series were supposed to be one of the biggest draws and selling points. History now shows that it's not. For a brief moment in time, though, it was. When Star Trek Discovery first premiered, it attracted a lot of subscribers. That growth, however, was not sustained over the course of either the rest of Discovery's first season or Season 2. History repeated itself with Picard, another CBS All Access exclusive in the US. The promise of a new series with one of Star Trek's most beloved captains, Jean-Luc Picard, seemingly compelled many to sign up for the service. However, that momentum could not be sustained, as the series once again failed to live up to fan expectations. The future for Picard is uncertain, though. As we discussed in our roundtable with filmmaker Tom Conkle, in this climate, no one is willing to ensure the production of Picard Season 2, let alone Patrick Stewart himself, and without that, production cannot commence. Picard has thus far not been followed by the Star Trek Discovery spin-off series Section 31, which, despite being officially announced last year, appears to have been scrapped. Still in development, though, is the other Star Trek Discovery spin-off series Strange New Worlds. It would appear, however, that is not enough to save CBS All Access in its current form. With All Access struggling and under the leadership of new boss Sherry Redstone, CBS All Access is currently in the process of being rebranded as Paramount Plus. After the remerger between CBS and Viacom, and against the backdrop of the relative success of Disney Plus, it might have happened anyway. But in light of the stagnant growth of CBS All Access, however, something Alex Kurtzman's Star Trek failed to mitigate. It was inevitable. We've previously reported how Alex Kurtzman allegedly has been sidelined from the day-to-day creative operations of Trek. However, he is still involved with Star Trek by way of being the CEO of production company Secret Hideout, which also had other projects in the works for CBS All Access. These include Clarice, a series about the Silence of the Lambs character Clarice Starling, which won't feature Hannibal Lecter, and a series based on the film starring David Bowie, The Man Who Fell to Earth. Interestingly, the announcement of Paramount Plus makes no mention of Clarice, The Man Who Fell to Earth, or anything Star Trek related. This is puzzling, as we know Star Trek is a priority for Viacom CBS. Figuring out what to do about Star Trek is a key priority for Paramount head honcho Emma Watts. This focus implies that all aspects of Trek are under the microscope, both on the big screen and on the small screen. both of which now fall under the domain of Alex Kurtzman's Secret Hideout. Noah Hawley, the most recent in a long list of directors to be attached to Star Trek IV, told Variety that his current iteration for Star Trek IV had been put on ice while Watts figured out what to do. However, he maintained that it had not been cancelled. He also confirmed that the version of the movie that he had been working on featured neither Kirk nor Picard, but is still connected to canon. But again, it is Emma Watts who decided which Star Trek movie to make next, and whichever one she chooses, Alex Kurtzman's Secret Hideout will be the production company behind it, for as long as the contract that Les Moonves signed off on is valid. Could the absence of any Secret Hideout project in the Paramount Plus announcement indicate Emma Watts is looking towards removing them from the proceedings? Or will we soon get another Secret Hideout Star Trek on the big screen? Let us know in the comments.